Net neutrality, the main topic of the video. For those of you who have no damn idea what net neutrality is, don't worry, I didn't until a day ago when I was researching all this. Net neutrality, in the case of the United States at least, was an Obama administration regulation that has 3 rules. Number 1, your internet service provider or ISP must treat all data of all customers equally. Number 2, your ISP must allow you full access to the internet, not being allowed to slow down or completely stop you from visiting any website. And number 3, they cannot put websites behind paywalls and bundle them into packages to add on to the internet, like it's some kind of TV channel package. Now, what is the whole issue with net neutrality right now? Well, Ajit Pai of the Federal Communications Commission, or the FCC in the United States, has said that net neutrality is too heavy-handed towards internet service providers, and it prevents them from offering better services. That's funny. That really is. But this is not a laughing matter, I'm sorry. I would love to laugh at your poorly made joke, but I'm not going to. You see, as a video gamer, net neutrality is kind of important, as is net neutrality to basically anyone who uses the internet right now. See, net neutrality, as I stated at the beginning, is pretty damn important. It protects you and me, the consumers of the world, of the internet or the interwebs, from being pushed around by our internet service providers. The laws are in place to protect us from the bullying that the ISP can try and do, the bulldog tactics that they can try and pull. For example, if I want to go to Amazon, I can go to Amazon. I don't have to worry about being charged an extra fee to go to Amazon or not being able to go if I don't pay a fee. If net neutrality is taken away, say, for example, in Canada, Bell and Rogers, the 2 titans of the internet service provider industry, could take from us the option to go to Amazon without having to pay an exorbitant price. As it stands right now, I can go to Facebook, Amazon, I can upload to YouTube, I can buy a spaghetti maker on Walmart.ca. And I don't have to worry about paying some stupid fee to my internet service provider. You know why? Because net neutrality. So, if net neutrality was taken away, who would be affected the most? Well, generally people like me, your average working Joe or Jane, who aren't really capable of spending that extra $5 or $6 or $15 because they have to worry about utilities and cost of living, which is already exorbitant. The problem doesn't just stop there. There are 4 megalithic companies who are mainly in the purpose of entertainment. If you think about it, Google, who owns YouTube, Amazon, who owns both their website, Amazon.ca, where they offer everything from kitchen appliances to furniture to everything in between, and they also own Twitch. If that's taken away from you and that's forced behind a paywall, all of a sudden, I have to shell out more money to literally do my job, or my hobby as it is right now, of bringing content to viewers. Now, it doesn't just end there. The shitfest doesn't stop there. If you consider that the Valve Corporation, who runs Steam, and Blizzard Entertainment, who are the owners of everything from World of Warcraft, Overwatch, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft, and Diablo, are also an American company. What if all of a sudden your ISP can make you spend an extra $10 or $15 just to log into battle.net to update your games that you love playing so much? And think about the implications in multiplayer. Holy shit! I'm in a World of Warcraft guild. 90% of our guildies are American, or are people who would generally be impacted negatively if the American FCC cut away net neutrality. What if all of a sudden these people reach their monetary breaking point and they can't pay for a WoW subscription because their ISP hikes the damn price of being able to log into WoW? What if all of a sudden I log in one day and my guild has been disbanded because our awesome guild leader can't afford to play the game anymore? This is a problem that doesn't just affect one person. Yes, you can say it's political. Yes, you can say it's controversial. Yes, you can hide away from it. But at the end of the day, if you use Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, anything online, this affects you. Now, people who are really gonna get screwed if this passes are people who have one provider in like a small rural area. That immediately opens them up to be pigeonholed or shoehorned by their ISP into accepting something that is legitimately unfair, but what can they do? They have no option. What are they supposed to do? Move? Spend more money completely ripping up their family and moving somewhere else just because their internet company wants to be greedy? That's not feasible. Perfect example, if you look at Portugal right now, Portugal has a thing called Smartnet. And with Smartnet, basically you get a certain amount of data, and then you can add on data with packages. So say you want to watch YouTube, they'll give you data that is specifically catered towards YouTube. Taking away the internet or putting it behind a paywall is akin to what companies have been doing recently with putting content behind paywalls. Oh, gee, what a correlation. So, here's my problem with this. It's greedy. It violates human rights. Wait, what? Yes. It violates basic human rights. Basically, on the internet, you have freedom of speech. Taking away, or again, putting the internet behind a paywall, immediately violates the basic human rights and the Constitution of, in this case, the United States. By putting, say, Facebook behind an extra fee of something as simple as $5 a month, instantly you're making an enemy of your entire country, and B, you are, as I've said about 5 times now, violating human rights. You're not allowing people to access the rights they have as a citizen of your country. Now, the Portugal Smartnet example, there are some major implications there. So they have stuff like Messenger, which is Messenger phone, you know, kind of talking to other people like you would with a phone. That's $5 or €5 or whatever the hell the currency is. I'm bad with currency. I need to print out a sheet. YouTube, Twitch, stuff like that, another $5. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, another $5. You get where this is going. Smartnet's just an example of what could be. What I'm talking about with net neutrality is a complete and total shutdown of any access to a website that your ISP or internet service provider wants you to pay for to have access to. Otherwise known as this little thing called profiteering. Now, technically, profiteering is making or seeking to make an excessive or unfair profit, especially illegally or in a black market. In this case, however, it is illegal because it's violating human rights. Now, how can we prevent this? Simple. Fight back. Don't let net neutrality be taken away because someone thinks it's heavy-handed. Being heavy-handed. Let me give you the definition of heavy-handed. Ajit Pai. It's known as clumsy or insensitive, or overly forceful or oppressive. Net neutrality laws that protect consumers from expensive, exorbitant fees from otherwise very, very successful companies is not oppressive. Allowing said companies to rip off their consumers by making them pay more money for stuff they already have that is freely accessible is. That creates what we also know as a police state, which, while not using the technical term, which is arbitrary power through power of the police force, policing what people can and cannot access on the internet, which is by its very definition free, that is heavy-handed.